This is Matt CR with a Home Theater Forum hardware review. I'm going to look at the Patriot box office. First, when you unbox it, you get the main unit. It's actually pretty small. This unit's designed to hold a 2.5-inch hard disk drive. On the front, there is a USB. That's your standard input. On the back is your USB, HDMI, composite, and Ethernet. Also coming in the box is your standard cable kit. That's one HDMI, one standard composite set of cables, power cable, a small set of screws so that you can mount in a laptop hard drive. And the remote that comes with this is actually pretty nice. I was pretty happy with the way that this remote comes out. One of the great things about the Patriot box office is that it is also a little NAS. That means it's easily accessible via Samba almost anywhere. Slap a hard drive in it and you're good to go. So this is the Patriot box office. It is a very simple way to display your network media out to your TV. The menus are very simple and straightforward, but they all function pretty much as you would expect them to. You can browse your media, whether it's on a hard drive or a DVD. This unit will play DVDs from a DVD, but it handles mixed media really well. I set up a really small hard drive with multiple types of video, from MKV to XVID, copies of YouTube videos, trailers from Apple, and they all played. Not only did they all play, but they played and looked pretty good. One of the nice things about the Patriot box office is that it gives you a little preview window to let you see what video may play. You can turn that function on or off. But the moment that you look at something and you decide this is what I actually want to watch, it's a one-button press, bam, it's full screen. The response time for how it quickly engages video is much better than several of the other units that I've tried, and yet the quality doesn't really suffer. It tends to look pretty good. The basic functions of the Patriot box office tend to work better than some of those units. Fast forward, frame advance, even some functions that aren't on those other units, like zoom in or playback ISOs, where it will use the DVD menu functions. Now, a lot of those function on the network media type, the YouTubes and the Hulus and the Netflix. Now, the Patriot box office doesn't do any of those things. It will play video streams or VSS, video podcasts, and it does okay with those, but I don't know if that's the big function that you're after with here. As a network storage device that will play out to your TV, where it succeeds and does well is with the media that you would expect it to do well with. That's media that's stored locally on the unit or media that's on your local network. And on those, it does exactly what you want. That's not to say that the network side of it isn't there. There is the ability to browse for those kind of web feeds if you're after them. But it's not as pretty as something like a Boxy. So if those things are a big function that you're after, then you're not going to find them in this unit. But I get back to where we go through the way that the videos, the photos, the music work and how it works. And I just kept coming back to the fact that it's simple. It's functional. I never felt as though it wouldn't work or look as good as I wanted. Even with high definition content, here's a sample of a 1080p. It remembers where my place was. Here I had stopped earlier pretty early on. And it plays it back fluidly. The unit will output DTS or Dolby Digital. Some units can be flashed to do HD audio, but that's not a guarantee. That's nothing you can really count on. But still, for a unit that you're going to use somewhere most likely like a bedroom, this tends to be money well spent. I never felt as though, boy, I got taken for $90. In fact, I've seen NAS units that were more expensive that didn't do nearly as much. So I have no problem recommending the Patriot box office.